Hey guys, and welcome back to another Aston Villa VFL episode. This is the last ever one, the final games of the season. And in this one we're playing against Barnsley, Wigan, Bradford and someone at Charlton in a random order. That was the wrong order, but this is the lineup. We've got Jacko, Charlie, CJ and Chicha in the back line with Maruka behind them. We've got new signing Jordan and William in CDM. We've got myself, Sam and Bilal behind Static. So this is the first game against Charlton. Let's see how we get on. We're currently sitting in the playoff positions in 5th place, and we just need like a couple of points to seal our playoff position. So let's see how we get on. Got Bilal here, he gives the ball away unfortunately, and this means Southampton are able to counter, but Chicha manages to win it back. Plays it back to Connor. Connor loses the ball in the back line, and now Charlton are pretty much through. Connor gets it back and gets tackled in our freaking box, and Jacko clears it off the line, thankfully, so not the best start. Here's Chicha with the free kick. He plays it down the line. Bilal wins it, plays it to me. I play a brilliant through ball to Static, but unfortunately his touch is a little bit heavy and it trickles to the goalkeeper, who plays a long punt upfield. Maruka ventured into midfield, gets tackled, and they go for a shot, and it's cleared pretty much off the line again by Connor this time. And again a brilliant block from Connor, making up for his earlier mistake. So that was pretty damn fantastic. I stretch out the ball down the line to Bilal. Bilal tries to get it to me, but he loses the ball needlessly, and now Charlton are countering, and they're coming at fast pace. Chicha with a very late tackle, and they're still going. Play it inside, first time shot, and that is 1-0 to Charlton. So it's not looking good, but we can get back in this, we know we can. Bilal manages to get the ball here, but he takes way too long. He could have just got the ball in there and loses it again. And now here go Charlton again. Nice couple of 1-2 passes. Chicha manages to win the ball back. Connor getting pressure in the back line again, but this time he's more composed. Bilal this time plays a brilliant through ball to Static. Static plays it to me. Heavy touch, it falls to Sam, and he finishes that, and that's 1-1 on the brink of half time. And I think, let's look at the stats, I think that was our first shot in the entire half. But wait, the stats can't come yet because Charlton have one more goal. What can they do here? Straight from kick-off, they get a 1-on-1, and Maruka with a brilliant stop. So these are half-time stats. Yep, that was our first shots. Charlton pretty much dominating. There weren't many clear-cut chances apart from the ones you saw, which were pretty much clear off the line. They should definitely be in the lead by now, but thankfully it's only 1-1 here in the 60th minute. We are holding on as William plays a brilliant ball down the line to Bilal. Bilal plays it inside, releases me, play a fizz it across. Sam gets a shot and it's straight at the keeper. Should be 2-1 arguably. Unfortunately it isn't. We do need to take our chances, and now Charlton are countering at fast pace. It's getting a bit end-to-end. Jacko with a good interception, passes it straight back to them. And here they go again. Couple of 1-2s and a long shot with Maruka with a big save. Here they go again, the keeper boots it upfield. 75th minute now, holding on for that point which we so desperately need to secure the playoffs. Come on. Unfortunately though, they're unpressured here, they're just playing it around that box. A brilliant ball across, and I don't know what happened there, but it's 2-1 on the 78th minute. Do need to push for a goal now, but unfortunately we don't really manage to, and we're now on the 90th minute. As Charlton are on the attack now. It's been all Charlton all game. Credit where it's due. They've absolutely bossed us. The scoreline could be higher than it is, as this is a brilliant ball across the box. Jeez. And that's 3-1. And Charlton take the victory. So we move on to the second game, where I expected a much better performance of the boys. We switched up the formation, made the changes that needed to be made. This is what we went with against Bradford. So we've got Jacko, Charlie, CJ and Chicha in the back line. In front of Maruka we've got Jordan and William in CDM, myself just ahead of them, and we've got Sam and Bilal on the wings and Static Black up front. So let's see what we can do with this new slightly changed lineup. just had to do the changes needed to secure this victory against Bradford, because like I said, we desperately need those points to secure playoffs in this end of season running. As I have the ball in midfield here, play it to Static. Static plays Bilal through, and he could shoot here, but he plays it across to Sam, but it locks my player on, and I unfortunately hit the post. I just didn't expect the ball there really, but I do take the blame for not putting that in the back of the net, because I really should be. But here I go again, play it to Sam. Sam's a little bit of a poor ball to Static, and it falls back to the Bradford players as they now try to mount an attack. To play it over the top, but it's Charlie with a big header. Sam plays it to Jordan. Jordan to Static. Static inside to me. I play a brilliant through ball to put Bilal through. He just has to put the nail in the coffin, but unfortunately it's saved. So it stays 0-0 despite those two massive chances we've had. And here go Bradford with a long shot, and Maruka with another big save. Here we've got Jacko. Jacko plays it to Sam. Sam to Static. Static with a brilliant ball to Bilal, and this time he finishes it, and that's 1-0. Fantastic. After 36 minutes, these are the half-time stats. It was quite an even game, but we definitely had the better chances. They were just sort of popping off long shots from nowhere, whereas we had quite a few chances where we should have actually scored. This is 70th minute now. Bradford with the free kick, and Maruka with another big save. Let's see what they can do with the following corner. They whipped that one in. Connor with a big header out. But here they go again. This time it's William with the header out. Falls to Static. Static to Sam. Sam manages to do brilliantly to keep hold of the ball there as William releases Static. Static with a nice bit of footwork to go inside that man. Outside that man. Back inside. Gets the shot off. He takes a funny deflection off the player and takes it past the keeper. And that's 2-0. Here's Jacko. Jacko to me. I've managed to keep hold of the ball. Brilliant. And I go back inside. Play it across to Jordan there. He plays Sam in. Sam goes for the shot. It falls straight back to him, and he goes for another shot, and that is 3-0 on the 84th minute. So that's well played from Sam there as Bradford kick off and try to at least stop us from getting the clean sheet. What can we do? As Nathan, their goalkeeper's tackled ridiculously. He fouls Static. Sam unselfishly plays it to me, and I volley that into an empty goal, and that is 4-0 to Aston Villa against Bradford. A big 3 points. Now we go up against Barnsley, and it is absolutely vital that we get at least a point out of this game, otherwise we can kiss our playoffs hopes goodbye. This is the lineup we're going for. It's pretty much the exact same, except Williams dropped into centre back in place of Connor. I've dropped into CDM in place of William. Dan's came in at right back. Chichas came in centre mid, and Abdi on the left in place of Sam. That was just due to availability issues. As Jordan plays it to me, I get it to Dan. Dan with a big ball in, and it's cleared out acrobatically. But here we go again. Abdi plays Static down the line. Static with a nice bit of footwork to get in. And he chips it in, but Bilal just sort of runs away from the ball, and now Barnsley are countering. And they're countering with pace. As Straubs plays it to Danny. Danny plays it down the line to that man there. It's Temper, he whips the ball in. And Dan wins the header, but for some reason he headers it out for a corner instead of out the other way. And here they go with this corner kick. What can they do from this? They whip the ball in. They've managed to win the header. He takes a shot, it's deflected straight back to him, and he whips in an acrobatic cross, and that man there, Danny, just heads it into a pretty much open goal. Just too easy. 20 minutes on the clock, and it's 1-0, and now we've got a bit of fighting to do as we try to mount an instant reply, but I lose the ball. Bilal wins it back. He plays Static through as the defender steps up. Static unselfishly plays it across goal, and Chacha taps it in. So straight away, that's 1-0. Come on. What can we do? Here we go again. Barnsley give the ball away on the edge of the box there. Jordan wins the header. Abdi the brilliant ball to Bilal, but he decides to go for a header instead of, I don't know, maybe taking a touch. And it's an easy save for the keeper. Here's Jordan again to Abdi. Abdi to Static. Static to Bilal. Bilal to me. I whipped the ball in. Should have gone for Static, but went for Abdi. It's still a free header, but he just heads it completely over, and that's half time. These are the stats. It was a close game. We've had slightly more shots, but it was a very close game. 1-1. It's there for the taking. Can we capitalise, or will Barnsley capitalise? Both of these teams fighting for playoffs at this point in time. Here goes Straubs down the line to Danny. This is straight from kickoff. They go back inside. I managed to win the ball back, play it to Bilal, who just needlessly gives it away. And now Barnsley are countering, and just like that, they score. I think that's twice in one video where we've given the ball away on that right wing and it's resulted in us going behind. So it's not good enough, we need to improve that. Here they go again though, 77th minute. We haven't really managed to mount an attack this half. It's all been a bit dire, to be honest, but here goes Barnsley again with another brilliant cross. This time Charlie makes an excellent block. This is the 90th minute now, our final chance. I whip a ball in, it goes straight to their man, it comes straight back out to me, and I take a wicked shot and it bounces back into play. Chucha gets the ball back in, and if we shot first time maybe it's in, but it just sort of bounces off our player's leg, and that's it. We lost 2-1 to Barnsley, but here we go again to Wigan. We need to make sure we got 3 points to even keep our chances alive against for the playoff places. I mean, so we went for the exact same lineup, except we dropped Jacko. We brought Charlie in left back and put Kabir in centre back, and brought Sam in at left wing in place of Abdi. So here we go, Aston Villa versus Wigan, the last game of the season. Here's Jordan with a good interception in midfield, plays it to Chucha. Chucha plays Static through, Static plays it across, brilliant tackle, but Static gets the ball back and pretty much tackles it into the net. That's 1-0 us. That was a brilliant tackle from the defender, he got let down there. Here's Wigan with a corner kick now, it's a free header. 1-0, just like that. Need to get better at defending corners. I think we can take that away from this video. Just a couple of minutes later, I take a throwing down this right side, play it to Bilal. Bilal loses it out, unfortunately. He does put the pressure on to try and win it back. Sam does win it back. He plays Static in. What can Static do from this position? He goes inside, goes outside, hits it, falls to Chucha, the poacher, and he scores, and that's 2-1. Here we go again, Wigan with a long ball. Dan with a good header out, Bilal with a good header to Jordan. Jordan plays it forward to Static, Static back to Bilal. Bilal down to myself. I unfortunately lose the ball, terrible on my part, but thankfully Williams there to sweep it up. Play a brilliant ball to Static, and he can first time through ball that to Bilal, and he puts it into the back of the net, and that is 3-1. As things stand, we are getting those 3 points. The statistics weren't the best on our part, but we were clinical, and that's what matters, I suppose. 3 shots, 3 goals. Into the second half now, straight from kickoff. Static wins the ball back, but then tries to go it alone and loses out. As Wigan now try to counter attack. Here they go, long ball up, good header from Charlie there, and a second one, but he gives the ball away. As Wigan go for the shot, and it's just wide. Thankfully now here's Maruka with a goal kick. Still only 48 minutes on the clock. There's it up to Bilal, he misses the header. Jordan manages to sweep that up in midfield. Another poor ball there as the ball's given away, and Wigan on the attack. Well done from Kabir there, but again it's given away. Well done from Charlie there, but this time I managed to keep hold of it. Chucha puts me through. What can I do? I go back, play it to Static, he shoots first time, and that is 4-1. Things are looking good. I wish we could just always do good in the first game instead of always losing the first game and winning the second. The ball falls back to Sam, 5-1. So as you can see there, he took a shot, it was blocked, but it managed to fall straight back to him. That's 5-1. And then here we go again, Static taking on their defender there, playing it through to Chucha. Chucha plays a poor ball, and we're going to counter-attacking on the 77th minute. Big long ball up. Charlie with a good interception, falls straight back to them though, as seems to be the case quite often. They go back inside even more. and a brilliant bit of skill there, and he finesses it into the bottom corner. Completely done over our entire defence there. Right, here we go, we've got a corner kick in the 90th minute. Can we get a final goal? William with a header to the back post, but Bilal can't win that header. I do a silly bit of skill here, I think, yeah. A little bit silly. I lose the ball, falls to Chacha, who plays to Bilal, who plays me back in. See the keep out of position, shoot, hit the post, and Kabir taps into the empty net. And that is 6-2 to Aston Villa against Wigan. So that's it for the matches. Let's see how those 6 points out of 12 did for us on the league table. The final table of the season. But first, let's look at the table before the matches tonight. So that's this one here. As you can see, we were sat comfortably in 5th place. It was slightly nerve-wracking that quite a few teams had games in hand over us, but all we needed, really, is for us to pick up maximum points. It was in our hands. It was literally in our hands. All Portsmouth had to do, actually, was drop 1 point. Drop 2 points, actually. So it's pretty much in our hands. We just had to make sure we did what we did. But unfortunately, keep your eyes on Luton there in 7th place. 16 games played, that's 2 less than us, but they are 7 points behind. So let's look at the new table. That's right, we missed out by 1 point. Look at our goal difference compared to Luton, compared to quite a lot of the teams above us, but we missed out by 1 point. Shocking from the boys on literally the last few games of the season. 18 games we spent in the playoff positions, maybe even 90, maybe 20, maybe 21, but after 22 we've dropped out, and it's just frustrating. But all I can say is thanks for being with us on this journey, and we will see you next season where we make amends, and I'm expecting absolutely nothing less than 4th place. That's minimum pre-season expectation, but let's see how we get on next season. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'd just like to make the quick announcement as well that we are now sponsored by Electrify Sports, so make sure to check out their Twitter account. It'll be in the description down below. And yeah, so look forward to some more content in the future. Cheers guys.